Good morning, all my capable, knowledgeable, talented Trump supporters. I thought I would do a good news story today because, well, I'm recording this on January the 13th. And as I'm speaking, the vote is going down in the House right now, and Nasty Nancy is gonna have her way. Her untruthful, fabricated, specious charges against the president will result in him being impeached for the second time. The only president to do this, and with only a week to go. Congratulations, Nasty Nancy. But like I said, let's get on to a good news story. This from USA Today. Oh, and by the way, I either had to choose several stories like this or go with the AP, and I decided to go with this because this story was just a little bit more blatant than the AP's was. Lisa Montgomery becomes the first woman executed by feds in 67 years. Terre Haute, Indiana. After a flurry of last-minute court orders, hours of uncertainty, and one final plea to reconsider her competency, Lisa Montgomery became the first woman executed by the federal government in 67 years early Wednesday. Well, you see, a news article always puts the most important information up front, the stuff it wants you to know about. It wants you to know that this was a woman being executed. Very richly so, too, but we'll get on to that later. First, let's see a little bit more about what the USA Today has to say about this execution. Montgomery, 52, was executed by lethal injection. Well, she died a much less painful death than she committed herself at the U.S. Penitentiary in Terre Haute. Her time of death was 1:31 a.m., 7.5 hours after her originally scheduled time of execution, according to the AP. Now, let's hear what her lawyer has to say about it. Kellen Henry Montgomery's federal public defender expressed her disappointment in the day's events, saying the federal government violated the Constitution despite the Supreme Court saying it was constitutional. Federal law, again, the Supreme Court disagrees with her, and its own regulation to put her client to death. The craven bloodlust of a failed administration was on full display tonight. Everyone who participated in the execution of Lisa Montgomery should feel shame, she said in a statement provided to the Indy Star of USA Today Network after midnight. Our Constitution forbids the execution of a person who is unable to rationally understand her execution, Henry said. The current administration knows this, and they killed her anyway. Well, this bleeding heart would feel much happier if this cold-blooded killer was allowed to still suck oxygen. We have to go to the very last paragraph of this story to find out what she did. So let's trip on down there. In 2004, Montgomery drove from her Malvern, Kansas farmhouse to the northwest Missouri town of Skidmore under the guise of adopting a rat terrier puppy from Bobby Joe Stinnett, a 23-year-old dog breeder. She strangled Stinnett with a rope before performing a crude cesarean and fleeing with the baby. Yeah, this is what that bleeding heart would want you to have mercy on. This cold-blooded killer. She said she shouldn't have been executed because she had been abused as a child and she had mental health issues. Just because you were abused as a child and have mental health issues does not give you the right to kill another person, perform a cesarean, and steal the baby. Yeah, as you can see, President Trump is still working hard for you and me as he fights for his own political life. But I think Nasty Nancy will have her way on this. And although there is no way in hell that the Senate will convict the president with a 2/3 majority, I think there will be a few Republicans who backstab the president during his hour of need. In one more week, when Uncle Joe is sworn in as the next president, President Trump goes off into the sunset. Thank you, Mr. President, for all you've done for us as a nation.